Alright guys, welcome back to an episode of the Madden Patreon owner franchise. Sim only. That's what we're doing, and like I said previous video, and I will say until we finish the season. After the season, we're not going to do a weekly video. It's just not able to do it daily. Like the daily advance, record that and make sure it's all good to go as is. As of right now, we are 4-3. We had the Jets this week. Let's see what happened last week. We ended up knocking off the Cardinals 20-17. Almost gave it away in the fourth, but somehow held on to get the win, scoring 10 in the first and 10 in the fourth. 419 yards of total offense, 107 on the ground, 312 through the air, 18 first downs for 477 total yards. Even with the 3 turnovers, we turned the ball over 3 times, we still came out on top. Defense played well for us, only holding them to 5 third down conversions, whereas we had 14. And we didn't even score every time in the red zone, 66%. And we were 4 for whatever that is. I mean, that's another 4 for 6, something along those lines. And they were 2 for 2. Just came out and did what we could to get the points on the board and get another win. San Francisco ends up getting trounced 30-3. My goodness. Seahawks all over him. He had 157 yards of total offense, 57 on the ground, 100 through the air, only 6 first downs for a total of 284 yards of offense. Or total yards. Dang it. I do that every time I say offense. I only had 2 turnovers, but unable to convert on third down, converting 1 time all game. Just once. But he did score the only time he was in the red zone with a field goal, so that looks good there. Just no help from defense and couldn't do anything on offense. Just a bad day for San Francisco. And the Colts bounce back, get revenge on the Chiefs for knocking them out of the playoffs last year, 31-17. It was a solid performance, scoring at least a touchdown every quarter. With 343 yards of total offense, 185 on the ground, 158 through the air. With 21 first downs, just did what he needed to do, 425 total yards. With the 2 turnovers, still didn't matter. Converted 12 times on third down, 2 times on fourth down. And even going only 66% in the red zone, but he still scored more in the red zone, even though the defense allowed 100% of the Chiefs scores in the red zone, but it still wasn't enough to get the win as the Colts knock off their bitter rivals from last year. So looking at the matchups this week, I have the Jets, Colts on a bye week, and Rams and 49ers. Alright, let's go down with the advance, and I have a media question. Let's see what that says. Larry Ridley says, it's been an up and down first half for your team. What do you expect in the second half of the season? We're going to go with the bottom option. It's hard for me to say right now, but either way, this teams need to focus on the next game first and foremost. Looking at our matchup last week, we ended up losing at 37-13, gave up a lot of points in the second quarter. We still would have lost if we hadn't, but still 23 points. That's unacceptable. We had 306 yards of total offense, 84 on the ground, 222 through the air, 13 first downs for a total of 386 yards. 2 turnovers. We turned the ball over way too much. Past 2 games, that's 5 turnovers. Unable to bounce back from them this week. And only converted on third down 4 freaking times, man. We're 1 for 2 in the red zone, only scoring 1 of those times. Just horrible. Defense didn't stop them very well. Allowed 5 touchdowns out of the 6 times they were there. Just another horrible game by our defense. Our offense didn't show up also. And the Rams knock off the 49ers. 49ers not looking great this year. Dropped 42-7. 164 total offense, 60 on the ground, 104 through the air, 8 first downs for a total of 235 yards. I mean, they had that through the air, almost had that on the ground alone. So 49ers just in a world of hurt. 2 turnovers definitely didn't help, but 3 third down conversions compared to the defense allowing 15 for the Rams. My goodness, man, it's hard to do anything on offense when your defense won't get off the daggum field. And then the Colts had a bye week. Now, I am worried. For me, my funds are negative $72 million. We're about halfway done with the season. I don't know if I'll make that back. So I may not be with the Vikings anymore, but we'll see. I had to sign some players, and maybe I paid them a little too much. But I think they were key players that we needed to have. But we'll see after the season. As of right now, we have the Cowboys this week, Colts and Jets, and then San Francisco and Chiefs. And it looks like the Colts continue to win 42-7 over the Jets. Pretty dominating performance, man. It's 28-0 at the half, and then 42-0 for the fourth quarter. So garbage time for everybody else. That's probably why they scored. 443 yards of total offense, 132 on the ground, 311 through the air, 22 first downs for a total of 484 yards. No turnovers, played clean. Only converted 3 third downs, but hey, didn't need to. By the looks of it, converted twice on fourth down, and 100% in the red zone, going 4 for 4. And we ended up putting up a big game on the Cowboys, 41-10. It's 28-10 at the half. Then we added another 13, because why not? 313 yards of total offense, 163 on the ground, 150 through the air, 20 first downs. We converted a lot, which is what we needed to do for 389 total yards. No turnovers, played flawless. Defense forced 3 turnovers. 10 third down conversions, converted when we need to, went for it on fourth down a ton, converting 4 times, and being 100% in the red zone with 5 touchdowns. That's the type of breakout game we need. That's what I'm expecting my young guys to do week in and week out. 49ers still struggling. They have 1 win on the season, looking for their second one. Just didn't happen this week. Ended up losing 49-3. 189 yards of total offense, 65 on the ground, 124 through the air, 10 first downs for 270 yards of total offense. He's been suffering from the injury bug. We'll check that out here in a minute to see what's going on there. Maybe that's been his issue all season long. 2 turnovers didn't help, but only converting on third down 3 times. Not good. Defense doesn't help him out, allowing 10 third down conversions, but they're on the field a ton, so it is what it is. I mean, they were never in the red zone and never stood a chance, whereas the defense let them score 6 touchdowns, and they even held them like 1 or 2 times, man. Golly. This week, I have the Lions, Colts, and Titans, 49ers, and Panthers. And once again, the Colts knock off the Titans 31-24 for another win, scoring 17 in the fourth to secure it. 542 yards of total offense, 134 on the ground, 408 through the air, threw the ball extremely well. 27 first downs for a total of 621 yards. Absolutely went off. Even with 3 turnovers, this game still came down to the wire. But if it hadn't, this game would have been way over. 7 third down conversions, 50% in the red zone. Didn't even score every time he was in the red zone. Missing 2 times. But hey, a win's a win. We end up dropping to Detroit in overtime, 30-24. Man, we've had a lot of overtime games, a lot of close games. That's what I'm liking, except for the fact we're losing because we're staying in a lot of games to the end, just not able to finish it. We had 415 yards of total offense, 145 on the ground, 270 through the air for 22 first downs, and a total of 507 yards. Looked like a really close game. Turnovers killed us today. We had 4 turnovers and still took it to overtime before we lost. Yo, dude, if we hadn't turned the ball over, we would have been all right. And I saw whenever I loaded up after the advanced quarterback threw 4 interceptions. So that's not good, but he's a rook. I mean, he'll get better, which is nice because we had 9 third down conversions, scored 75% of the time we were there, missed out on 1 opportunity. And it looks like that 1 opportunity cost us this game. The 49ers bounce back, finally getting their second win on the season, 35-14, destroying the Carolina Panthers, man. 21 in the second, and then another 14 in the fourth. Got the win. 505 yards total offense, 113 on the ground, 392 through the air, 23 first downs, and a total of 600 yards even. With the 2 turnovers, defense forced 4. Defense finally showed up. This is what he's been waiting for all season long. Defense showed up, and it makes a difference, man. Whenever the offense can get on the field, they can put up points. If they get more than like 3 opportunities per game. At 16 third down conversions, only 33% in the red zone. So they missed out on 4 opportunities in the red zone and still beat them by 21. It's like, yo, dude, why can't y'all play like that every week? And I say that because I played the 49ers this week and the Colts with the Cowboys. So it should be an interesting game with myself and Epic. I'm probably going to get fired because if you look at the top right, I'm negative $81 million in the hole. I'm just not making any money. A lot of away games. Like I have, after this week, I finally get some home games, but it's too late in the season. It's not looking good for me. Taking a look at the standings, Colts number 2 in the AFC. It looks like, if not, the NFL with the best overall record. I'm going to say the NFL best overall record. And pretty much secure their division unless they lose the next 4 games to conference opponents, or division opponents. But hey, I don't think that's going to happen. We're still fighting, but the Packers and Lions both have really good records. I don't think we even make the wild card, especially with these 2 teams fighting for that number 1, number 2 spot. It's going to be rough. We're about middle of the road, and it's not looking great for us this year again. 49ers, however, not doing good at all. 2-8 on the season. I think they're last in the NFL for our overall record. I mean, it's a new coach, new GM, trying to get players in. Lost a lot of draft picks this previous season, the last couple of years, because we've been picking them dry, and it's just not looking good. Hopefully, he can stay there for a couple of years and build this team back up. But as of right now, 2-8. Ouch. Taking a look at the injury report, they actually cleared Kendricks and Khalil to come back, and Khalil not going to have them come back yet. Just the drop, they go from like a 79 to like a 68, or an 80 to like a 72. It's like, yo, dude, no. Not to risk them coming back and get re-injured immediately. So I put the rookies or the backups back in. We did gain back our corner, so hopefully that'll come into effect in this next game. The Colts still have 2 running backs out. Thompson with an abdominal tear for 1 more week, and then McCoy for 3 more weeks. It's going to be iffy, but it looks like he's going to be good going into the playoffs. 49ers, man, still struggle bus with the injuries. Got a left end and defensive tackle both out for a couple of weeks, and then his tight end and halfback out for the rest of the year for sure. I mean, he lost them like week 1, if not preseason. So He's definitely hurting in some big areas. And I was right. I did get my number 2 corner back this week. Very happy about that. So hopefully he can come back out and make an impression right off the bat. That's going to be it for this episode. If you guys liked the video, be sure to leave a like. If you guys are new, be sure to subscribe. And I will see y'all next time.